I saw Ruud van Nistelrooy reaction to Marcus Rashford in Manchester United win. It spoke volumes. Man United produced a slick attacking display as they dismantled Barnsley 7-0 in the Carabao Cup third round at Old Trafford. The jeers have turned to cheers for Marcus Rashford. Back at Old Trafford for the first time since his performance against Liverpool split opinion, he showcased the confidence that has been returning to his game. This might have been League One opposition, but you can imagine better defences than Barnsley's finding it difficult to stop this version of Rashford. This was more akin to the 2022-23 forward who scored 30 times than the player who became a shadow of that figure last term. That season produced just 8 goals and countless disappointing displays. His spark had gone, and the off-field issues he got himself embroiled in hinted at a player losing sight of his priorities and struggling to locate the enjoyment in his game. Rashford's mindset can often be read through his body language. When he is struggling, he can find it difficult to hide it, and that has led to fans getting on his back. When he's on it, he can exude positivity, and that was the case against Barnsley. Erik ten Hag had said at the weekend that there had been too much negativity around Rashford's performance against Liverpool. He did create the 2 best chances of the game for United, and when he opened his account for the season on Saturday, Ten Hag suggested it could be the first of many. It was an unusually effusive message from the Dutchman, who had demanded more from his attacker last season, and hinted at promising signs he had been seeing in training. When Rashford was withdrawn just after an hour into this Carabao Cup cruise, having added 2 more to his tally, there was a warm handshake between the pair. Rashford had looked sharp in the opening 15 minutes. One jinking run into the penalty area forced a corner, and when he got the ball in the same position a few minutes later, he was ruthless. Mark Roberts was exposed to Rashford on the inside right channel after a swift attack, and the forward cruised past Barnsley's centre-back before slamming an emphatic finish past Gabriel Slonina. Rashford ran to the corner to celebrate a second goal of the season, and Ten Hag was immediately joined on the touchline by Van Nistelrooy. While Ten Hag spoke animatedly to Casemiro, who had begun the attack, the former United striker raised his hands above his head to applaud Rashford. By the time his evening came to an end, United led 5-0, and the 26-year-old had played a role in every goal. His pass to Antony won the penalty the Brazilian converted, and his dribble into the box saw the ball fall to Alejandro Garnacho for the third. Rashford's first-time layoff for Christian Eriksen allowed the Dane to assist Garnacho for number 4, and Rashford scored again for the 5th. This time he left the pitch to a standing ovation. Rashford's 2 finishes were well taken, and it's easy to see the influence that Van Nistelrooy could have. The academy graduate can occasionally be erratic in front of goal, but this was clinical, and he did it from the position of a centre-forward. United's return of 10 goals in 2 games will certainly be to Van Nistelrooy's liking. After overcoming a slow start at Southampton, they have been excellent going forward, and Ten Hag has some difficult decisions to make. Antony didn't do enough to dislodge Ahmad on the right, but on this form, it's hard to overlook Rashford and Garnacho. Even if both would ideally want to play in the same position, Garnacho has started just once this season, but in 268 minutes on the pitch, he has 4 goals and 3 assists. That is a goal involvement every 39 minutes, and that kind of form is difficult to overlook. That could make Rashford the solution as a striker, with Joshua Zirkzee the unfortunate fall guy. Rashford isn't keen on this position, but he was a devastating number 9 against Barnsley, and in Van Nistelrooy he now has a mentor that could make it work.